You know that feeling when the sun hits your skin? It's like a switch flips in your brain. Suddenly, you're in a better mood, you feel a little sharper, and the world just seems brighter. That's the sun working its magic, kicking off a cascade of feel-good chemicals that we are all wired to love. When sunlight enters our eyes, it tells the brain to produce serotonin, a key player in regulating our mood, emotions, and focus. But what if basking in that glorious sunshine has a hidden downside? What if the very thing that makes us feel so good in the moment could pose some long-term risks, if we're not smart about it? There's a fine line where the sun goes from being your brain's best friend to a bit of a frenemy. Over the next few minutes, we'll cover what sunlight does for your mood, the hidden dangers, the science behind it, and a simple protocol to keep the benefits and minimize the risk. Let's start with the good, because the benefits of sunshine are huge and undeniable. Ready? First, what sunlight does for your body and mind. For starters, sunlight is our main source of vitamin D, which matters for immunity and strong bones. But the most immediate kick is the mood boost. Low serotonin levels are linked to depression and anxiety, especially that wave of blah during winter, seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. In fact, light therapy is a go-to treatment because it mimics sunlight and ramps up serotonin production. This chemical messenger helps us feel calm, focused, and positive. Sunlight helps you think clearly too. Sunlight keeps our circadian rhythm running on time, signaling when to be alert and when to wind down for sleep. A dose of sun doesn't just feel good, it helps your whole system run smoothly. Our brains are clearly wired to thrive in the sun. But that's not the whole story. Let's look at the hidden danger. While our minds love the light, our physical brain can get overwhelmed by too much of a good thing. Not a few minutes of sun. We mean hours of intense exposure without protection. The most immediate risks are dehydration and heat stress. When your body overheats, your brain feels it too. Your thinking can get fuzzy, focus becomes difficult, and your mental performance takes a hit. Beyond immediate brain fog, scientists are looking at long-term effects. The concern: chronic overexposure could create systemic inflammation that may affect the brain over time. Repeated UV damage triggers inflammatory responses in the body, and chronic low-grade inflammation is linked to health problems, including accelerated aging. We're not talking about your morning walk. We mean hours in intense midday sun without protection. That pattern is what raises concern. So how can something that makes us feel happy possibly cause harm? Let's dig into the science. Two main mechanisms: heat stress and inflammation. Understanding these helps us find practical solutions. First, heat. Your brain works best in a very narrow temperature range. When intense sun on your head and neck raises core temperature, the body works overtime to cool down. It's like forcing your brain to run its own air conditioning on full blast, diverting resources away from thinking and processing. Second, ultraviolet radiation triggers inflammation. Remember sunburn? That acute skin inflammation can hint at broader immune responses. Repeated excessive UV exposure may contribute to systemic, low-grade inflammation over years, and systemic inflammation is associated with cognitive decline across time. Scientists are still studying the direct links, but the biological plausibility is clear. So caution and common-sense precautions make sense. This is not a call to fear the sun, it's a call to be smart. Small actions protect your brain and keep the benefits. Here's a simple, practical protocol to balance benefit and risk. Do these easy steps, and you'll get the mood lift without overexposure. The trick is finding the sweet spot. Too little is bad, moderate is fantastic, too much can be a problem. Here's a simple protocol to get the mood boost and minimize risk. 1. Get your dose of morning light. Aim for 10 to 30 minutes of direct sunlight, earlier in the day. This fires up serotonin and sets your body clock without overdoing it. 2. Be smart about peak sun. Late morning through afternoon is strongest. If you'll be outside for long periods during those hours, be prepared. 3. Protect your head. A hat is your brain's best friend. And stay hydrated. It helps your brain cool efficiently. Combine morning light with shade, hats, sunscreen, and water for balance. These small steps protect the long-term health of your brain without giving up the benefits. The sunshine paradox teaches us a classic lesson. The dose makes the poison. Respect its power, don't fear it. How do you find your balance of sun and shade? Share your strategies in the comments below. Get morning light, be prepared at peak times, protect your head, stay hydrated. Simple.